For today's video, I'm going to show you my newest earring design called the Corundum Earrings. As you can see, these are my 4 color samples. Now to make these earrings, you're going to need 34 Super Duo beads. You're going to need 16 size 8 seed beads. Those are going to be my gray here. You're going to need 74 size 11 seed beads. Those will be here along the outer edges and along the very top of the earring. You're going to need a pair of ear hooks, a size 12 needle, and 24 inches of thread to do one earring. So you'll need a total of 48 inches of thread. So go ahead and get your materials together and we'll get started. First things first, I've got my needle threaded. And I'm going to thread on 111 and 1 Super Duo 4 times. So this is what you should have. Don't pull it off like I just did. I forget I'm working with such short thread and pull everything right off. Alright, try it again here. So you want to pull it off. Leave yourself just a little tail here. And you're going to go back up through all the beads again. And then tie the tail and the working thread together in a couple of good knots. Go through the Super Duo right next to your knot, and then through the top hole of the same Super Duo, so that when you finish it should look as so. I want to pick up 3 Super Duos. I'm going to skip my open space and go straight through the next end hole of the Super Duo. And I want to do that 3 more times. So 3 Super Duos, skip the space and go through the next super, 3 Super Duos, skip the space and go through the next, and then finally 3. And I'm going to go through my last Super Duo here and then the very first Super Duo of that first set of 3 that I just picked up earlier. I'm going to come through the top hole of the Super Duo that I'm coming out of so that my thread, I'll actually be working the other way. I'm going to pick up 111 and come straight through the next Super Duo. Pick up 1/8, come through the next Super Duo. And I'm going to do that one more time. Pick up 1/8 and go through the next Super Duo. So thus far, you should have this. So I'm going to pick up 111, come through the next Super Duo, and at this point when you pull it should start to dome a little bit, and that's exactly what you want. Pick up 1/8, come through the next super, 1/8, come through the next super, this time I'll pick up an 11, an 8, an 8, an 11, an 8, and finally an 8. And if you can't get through just the super duo, you can go on through the 11 also. So don't flatten it out when you work, because you want it to dome. So this is the inside where my little tail's at, and then this is the outside. So now I need to get into position so that I can start adding my little size 11 embellishments. So I want to be exiting out of this first 8 here. So I'm going to continue on through the super duo and the 8. I'm going to pick up 3 11s, skip the super, and go through the 8, the super, the 11, the super, and the 8. So I'm coming straight through. So that when I pull, that gives me a little point of seed beads there, exactly like I need to, and it gets me into position for the next step. So 3 11s, skip the super, and then go straight through my beads to exit out of the next 8 down here. So I'm going through the 8, the super, 11, the super, and the 8. Three 11s, skip the super, go straight through, and 3 11s. Now this time when I come through, I'm going to come straight through like I normally would. But then I'm going to continue on through the first 2 11s that I'd started with up here. Alright, now the little tail is starting to get in my way, so I'm going to get it out of the way by cutting it off. Done. So that now I can focus on the top of the earring. So to do the actual top of the earring, you want to pick up an 11, a super duo, and 3 11s. Let these beads drop and go down through the second hole in your super duo. Pick up an 11 and go through the 11 on the base that you were originally coming out of, which is that one right there. Go ahead and pull. I'm going to go up through the first 11 that I had added in the step there. I'm going to pick up 3 11s, skip the super duo, and I'm going to go through 2 of the 11s that I have here on top. Now I'm ready to add my loop for the ear hook, so I'm going to pick up 6 11s and come back through the same bead that I'm coming out of to make a circle, and then through the very next 11. So that so far this is what you'll have. Pick up 3 11s, skip the super and go through the 11 and the 11 on the base that you started with there. Now you want to go back through all these beads again, reinforcing them, and tie off the thread with a couple of high-pitched knots. Once you have the thread tied off, this is your finished earring. The only thing I have left to do is I'm going to take my ear hook, I'm going to open the loop onto the ear hook, thread it into the loop at the top, and close the ear hook, so that now I have the finished earring. So you'll just continue to do the steps again to make the second earring. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Here are the 4 color samples once more so that you can see them. We do have the pattern and the kits available on our Etsy page. And be sure and come back next week when I'm going to show you how to make the necklace to go with this.